Chapter 4, Part 2. Artificial Super Intelligence. Artificial intelligence is the big buzzword of the year. Google, Microsoft, and Apple all want to be artificial intelligence companies now. Machine learning, deep learning, whatever we want to call it. It's looking more and more like the best career move for all of us is to start preparing the welcome mats for our soon-to-be robot overlords. I'm just kidding. Sort of. Now, there are varied opinions about what the arrival of AI will mean for humanity. Mark Zuckerberg is excited about it. Stephen Hawking is worried. Oh, this book was written before his death. May he rest in peace. And Elon Musk has built an underground bunker somewhere. But one thing everyone seems to believe is that artificial superintelligence is actually coming, and that it will be sooner rather than later. And not artificial intelligence like a calculator. Let's be clear. But artificial superintelligence, like HAL from 2001, A Space Odyssey. And in fact, not even like that. What's coming is going to be bigger, badder, and weirder than anything we have ever imagined. You see, the thing about artificial intelligence is it's printable. It can be copied and replicated endlessly, like when a new iPhone comes out. There's not just one physical phone forged by a master craftsman somewhere. No, once the design is approved, they build them in an assembly line. And the same will hold true of any kind of human-like artificial intelligence. Pretty much the day that AI is invented, there will be more than one. And you know what they say, right? Two heads are better than one. So let's imagine that an AI is invented and that it is smart as, let's say it has an IQ of 140. It has the mind of a scientist, and it can actually do research and invent on its own. That would be pretty amazing in and of itself. And this AI scientist, let's call him Robostein, might even invent something incredible. But there won't ever be just one Robostein. The moment the design for Robostein is approved, they will start printing them out in an assembly line. And what would 1,000 of them invent? Or 1,000,000? Heck, what about 1,000,000,000? A few years after the first human-like artificial superintelligence is built, there will probably be 1,000,000,000 AI research scientists working on all known technology. And they won't require food or sleep. They won't have family ties or fight with their coworkers. They won't have emotional or psychological problems. At least I hope not. They'll just research, learn, and invent. Perfect scientists. And what about that idea of making themselves smarter that we covered in Chapter 1? How soon until these billion AI scientists figure out how to make individual AIs with an IQ of 160? And then we'll have 1,000,000,000 of those. And so on and so on. An AI explosion. And this coming AI explosion is definitely coming. If the Earth doesn't crack in two or end in nuclear fire, it's already inevitable that artificial superintelligence will be invented. It's just a matter of time before good old human intelligence and the thousands of human scientists working on making faster, smaller computers pump out something so fast that it can simulate a human brain, atom for atom. Because ultimately, we don't really need to even understand intelligence ourselves to build that first AI. We just need a really fast computer that we can use to scan and simulate a human brain. Summing it up. Now, take any of these other technologies that we're already working on. Quantum physics, synthetic biology, mind transplantation. And supercharge it with 1,000,000,000 AI working on it. Suddenly, these far-out ideas and technologies look much easier, don't they? Much more possible in a post-singularity world. Sure, a human might not be able to understand quantum physics or space-time, or build a machine that takes advantage of these amazing properties. But an AI with an IQ of a zillion? It probably will. And that's why this last step along this yellow brick road of scientific endeavors isn't just the next step. No, it's more like a launching pad to Fyodorov's vision. And in the next chapter, we'll be putting all of these concepts together. That's the end of this chapter. The next section is part 2, A New Interpretation, where I'll read chapter 5, The Man Behind the Curtain.